Wicca in itself is not something that we follow. It's not, actually, we don't follow anything or anyone. The moment that I started my Dragon's Path, actually, I wasn't planning to follow anyone or anything or whatever. But if you wonder yourself, what is the time that I've seen actually the dragon, something that a lot of people will not believe me, was during my awakening. And that is many years ago. But actually, I wasn't planning to follow anything or anyone, but the feeling that I had once I was awakened was something that I cannot describe in words, and I doubt that anyone who had the same thing, the same vision, the same awakening, could do the same thing, because every one of us has a different path and a different way and a different anything. So actually what I do kind of follow is Draconic Wicca in itself. Draconic Wicca is described by DJ Conway as some kind of a draconic kind of Wicca, but not Wicca in itself. Wicca means some like witch, but we are not a religion. We are not following anyone or anything, or no one has to follow me, or I don't have to follow anyone. We just follow our instincts. And that is exactly what I did once I discovered the dragon many years ago. And of course, from there on, you follow your own unique path. And wherever the dragon wants you to follow, that is something for you for yourself to decide for yourself if you want to follow them there. At this moment, I followed my dragon and the dragon in itself everywhere. So I changed the name from Draconic Wicca, because we are not at all like Wicca, into the Dragon's Path, because I came to understand it's a journey that we take. A journey, a path, a trip, a voyage, a trip through life that we are actually going through. And it actually starts from the first one. And what are the actual steps that we are taking on this dragon's path? Because there is no path without the actual steps. What the steps actually are is also something for us to decide what the steps are. And every single step gives us further on that we go way, way further than any human in this world. Every step is going to take you in a different place. Of course, the first step, what you can consider as a first step, is after being born, that is the awakening in itself. The awakening is the first step on the dragon's path. Actually, the first step, the real first step on the dragon's path, is actually being born, because from there on it starts. Because it's not that you are initiated in some kind of a religion or something, and that you are that someone says, oh yeah, you are now in it. No, you are in it from the moment that you were born. And from there on, it is fate to decide if you want to take another step into the awakening. And you can consider this as a second step, that is the awakening itself. The awakening is a moment, very powerful, once you accept your dragon, once you accept your true self. And that is not really what I did in the first place. I was pushing the dragon away until the dragon showed me what he really was. And it was, yeah, something that I cannot describe in human words, actually. The next step is actually discovering of my dragon. And that is once it was during my awakening that I discovered the dragon in itself. And the feeling, like I said, I cannot describe it. For everyone, it's going to be different. So the step will feel different, but it's the same feeling. It's the feeling like you are coming home, that it's always has meant to be. That is why it's not something that you have to force yourself into this. This is something that comes naturally. And of course, the next thing that you can consider as maybe the fifth step, I believe, is the discovery of the gods. And I have to be honest. I didn't believe in gods. I didn't believe in creators. But on the dragon's path, it seems that it's not about believing. It's about experiencing in what you feel, but also what you experience inside of your dragon's path. After the discovering of my dragon, of the dragon, it's not like the dragon is my property, but I come there. But it's the discovery of the gods. Sometimes dragon gods, and that is I call them dragon gods, but in fact they should be just being called gods because they are the creators. Do they expect worship? Of course not. These are not the kind of gods that expect worship. False gods expect worship because those are the gods that demand it, because you have to give energy to them. To true gods, they don't expect anything like it, like worship or giving energy to them, prayers or whatever. The dragon god will not do this. From one day to another, a dragon god can come to you, and maybe it's already happened to you, but you might not even know it. You might not even understand what just happened. That the dragon god is already with you from the day you were born, and as well as your dragon. But you have to discover it. Just like, and that is the next step, the discovering of your own spirit. And that your own spirit, like I said, atheist, I used to be atheist, so no gods, no spirits whatsoever, until you feel it for yourself. What lives in and around you. This all energy that is created by nature in itself, excuse me, that is a part of you. And of course, humans actually talk about spirits that goes to heaven once you are dead, that you go descended to some place. Well, on the dragon's path, you discover your own spirit, and you discover where you truly belong. And also, once you do discover this, the feeling that you have, the surrounding with the dragons is amazing. And for everyone else, it will feel in a different kind of way. The discovering of your own spirit is not just a discovering of a human spirit, it's also the discovering of a draconic spirit that lives in something that I denied for many years. For many years, that lives inside of us. And because of this discovering of the spirit, the many abilities that you are able to do and to find and to search, and things that other people cannot. That is why it's so different. It's not a religion, it's not faith, it's experience. It's also the feeling and experience of a new instinct that's living inside of you, and that can be with the discovery of your own spirit, next to the spirit of the dragon gods and the dragons by your side. So that comes to the next step, is the discovering of your true identity. Because yeah, we are born with human faces, and we are born with yeah, all erased, you can say. But the dragons are trying to let you remember what you truly are, your true identity, what you are, and what you are actually doing in this world. And what they want to explain to you is actually what you truly are, and what you went, and what your soul is, and who you actually are. For example, this also made me what I am today. I'm an activist for the animals, because I know, for example, hunters in this forest just right away, because I try to sabotage them, because those are the same people who would be a dragon slayer, and those are the same people that I go up against, even though they sometimes aimed at me with a gun, because they was frustrated because of what I did. But what I would do for the dragons is also something that I would do for the animals and life in this world. A dragon is a guardian, and that is what my dragons actually said. The dragon is a guardian, and that lives inside of you. True identity. But it's much more than that, and for everyone it can be different, a different kind of way, different discovery, different everything. So for me, my true identity is something that they told me. And the next step on the dragon's path, or my dragon's path, it can happen to you as well, is how magic works. How magic, and like I said before, I didn't believe in anything. So whatsoever, I didn't believe in gods, spirits, or magic, until I met the dragon. And it's not like Hollywood magic or something like this. It's not Harry Potter, it's not with a wand or whatever. This is your tool. This is your tool, your heart, your mind, everything that works together alongside with your dragons by your side. This is magic. This is creating magic. Magic is another word for manipulation, all with the energy of the dragon combined with the dragon. But it lives inside of you, it lives inside of us. It's also something that you discover the magical workings of your true self. That is another step on the dragon's path. Magical workings, not just to. I I came across spells like money spells and love spells and just read these rhymes and you will get it. No, and that is why you cannot lie to the dragon. That is why you cannot abuse the dragon. It's because it's with you ever since you were born. That is why it's actually very important to know that the actual first step of the dragon's path is your birth. That is what you truly are. You cannot hide what you truly are. And then, of course, I think number 8, the 8th step that I take, that I took, is the is the dragon's eye. The dragon eye is my circle. That is why we are sometimes being called wicca or draconic wicca. We are not a religion. We are not coming together. What do come together is you and the dragon spirits around you, which means your dragon eye means your dragon, and your dragon god. All of you together are one big dragon eye, watching through the same eye. The discovery of that gives you great connection with the dragon. That is, every step takes you thousands miles further, thousands. And it's like every step that you take is like a rebirth every single time that you discover something. And sometimes we don't have to be afraid to step back. If you said, oh my goddess, I was wrong, then maybe you have to put a step back. That is also what I did. Sometimes I step back. So don't be afraid of that, of going back inside of your dragon's path, and just know what is going on. Consider what is going on. Consider what was going on. And of course, the 9th step I believe is that I took was the path in life. This draconic path is actually the path that I take in life. It's not just to it's not just a way of life. It's not a way of living. It's who I am. It's what I am, and that is also what I discovered. It's a path in life. It's not only just a philosophy. It's what you truly are and what you are. You are home inside of this path, and every step that you are taking takes you closer to the dragon. So a lot of people on the dragon's path experience different kind of steps on the dragon's path. That is why I call it a path and not as just a spirituality. Some people take it lightly when I say I follow the dragon, I follow a spirituality, that they don't even understand what it gives you to you, what it brings to you, what it's supposed to mean. For every one of us, the dragon's path means something different, because my dragons, not that they are my property, but the dragons with me are taking me to a different kind of place than what humans are, than what humans are doing. We are completely different than most humans, and also completely different from each other, because every path is different. So every discovery is also going to be different. Every dragon is different. Every spirit is different. So much different that we cannot even compare ourselves to one another. But we still have this connection of draconic energy. So it can be that one of these steps can be your step as well. That is why I want to share this with you. The steps I've been through. I might have forgotten a few steps that I've been taking, but it made me the man that I am today. Not just someone who follows the dragon, but someone with a journey. Someone who wants to learn, someone who wants to discover. And that is all based on my desire of going on further. I want to continue. I want to go on. I want to discover. I want to know. I want to know everything. Even though the entire world said that I'm crazy or nuts, I still continued. I wanted to know what was going on, because I knew whatever I saw, whatever I felt, it's real. The dragon is real. They are with us. They are actually a part of us, because once you discover your own spirit, you might understand it. You might understand it to this day. We all take a different kind of path, but it's all going to be the dragon's path.